What's up, everybody? It's your girl Q1, and I am back with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 15, episode 6, Star Signs and Bad Times. Before I start, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Make sure y'all like the videos so I can stay in the algorithm. Hold on 1 second for your girl. Okay. All right, so don't forget, y'all, tonight I'll be going live with my cousin Courtney over on my channel for our Healing Out Loud segment, episode 4, health and all of the good things. Okay. I don't know what's going to happen over the weekend because of the bad weather we all are getting ready to experience. So whatever I'm supposed to bring, I'm still supposed to be going live tomorrow with Mrs. Best and watching my reviews. Also, I am also going to give y'all Love After Lockup as well. So, and I think Ready to Love, I think this is the last episode tonight, but I can't do either of those until tomorrow because I have my own segment tonight. So yeah, it's been a long, rough day, y'all. It's just, I work from home. It's just been rough and long. But y'all ain't come here for any of that. Y'all came for y'all Beverly Hills review. Okay. I gotta have an unpopular opinion, but here we go. So the episode starts, we see Rachel shopping and Bose meets up with her. So Bose apparently can't retrieve eggs. She says she will be in Vegas with Keely to have the eggs retrieved. Also, she said if the IVF is draining, she said that the IVF process is draining, taxing, and tiring, but she still wants a baby. Okay, girl. So anyway, Rachel brings up Amanda. Bose think what Amanda and her friend did to Sutton wasn't accidental. Amanda, then we pine over to Amanda and her husband. They talk about the trip to Sedona. He says how, they must don't know you can check a hole or whatever. Basically, that's what he said. And also they talk about, we pan back over, sorry y'all, to Bose and Rachel. So Bose says to Rachel that Amanda said that she is the money queen. Rachel thought Amanda did affirmations. And production asked Rachel, hey, did you read her book? And Rachel was like, hell no, I would never read a book called Money, whatever the name of that lady book is. Rachel says she will never read it. So we get back to Amanda and her husband, and we find out that Amanda was actually carrying twins, but she ended up losing. Sorry, I'm trying to do like a couple things at one time. She actually lost one of the babies 5 days after he was born. We don't know what exactly happened, but I want to say her babies were preemies, but no, she didn't say anything about preemie. I'm telling a tale. But Kanan was the other baby that actually survived. He's 3 now, and he was in NICU for at least 3 months, 2 to 3 months. So in the next scene, we get to Dorit and her management team, and I'm just trying to figure out, what are you managing? Like, help me understand, because I don't know. I know she had a swimwear line, but apparently she needed to change out management teams because PK was her manager. She wanted to write a book. She was offered a book deal, and listen. Once the read books come out, if anybody buy a book, drop a book in my comments. If not, just say hell no. Okay? Like, I am not buying her book. All right? Y'all go ahead and drop that in my comments. All right? So anyway, we get to Kyle and Sutton. They're at a spa. So Kyle asked Sutton if she talked to Jennifer that night that Sutton snapped on Jennifer and Kyle. Kyle actually takes this moment to be a messy hoe. Okay? So Sutton asked if Jennifer said anything, and Kyle was like, yes. Sutton thinks that it's interesting that Jennifer would talk with Kyle and not with her. And I'm looking at Sutton like, ma'am, nobody could even say anything to you. So even if she would have came to you and told you how she felt, you would have found a way to act like your raggedy ass Mama Reba. So anyway, like I said, Kyle was messy, and Reba Jr. is acting real flabbergasted. She thinks that what Jennifer brought up to Kyle, she felt like it sucked, and Jennifer knew that the situation between Sutton and Garcelle had made Sutton sad. And again, Jennifer wasn't being messy, but Kyle made it messy. She turned it around and made it absolutely messy. And I just was like, you, and these are your friends. These are the ladies that you're trying to run behind. Okay, Sutton. But we all know Jennifer was just venting. And we also understand that Jennifer should not have vented to Kyle, to any of those ladies especially. I feel like any issue you have, you should be able to have a conversation with your friend. Point blank, Andy, period. But we talking about Sutton. All right? So, in the next scene, sorry, y'all. In the next scene, Bose and Keely, they're traveling to Vegas, and she's there to get her egg retrieval. She said she hasn't had the best pregnancies. She's had 2 pregnancies. The first baby expired, and then she had Lael. Both pregnancies was really hard. And she said if she can't have a baby, she said she worry about Keely's overall satisfaction, because he wants a child, and if it doesn't work, then what does this mean? And can I interpret what I heard? What I heard was, I want to put myself in harm's way. I want to put myself at risk so I can give Keely a child. And if it doesn't happen, I'm questioning whether or not Keely's going to leave me or if he's going to stay. And listen, shout out to Funky Dineva, because the one thing he did say, if you want a man to leave, have a baby for him. I'm just saying. Listen, that wasn't my story, but I left. Okay, I left. Anyway, child, I just don't like this for Bose. And again, the fact that you've just met this man and you're all of a sudden put your health at risk for him. Let's also add the fact that you're gonna have if you do get pregnant, it will be a geriatric pregnancy. So yeah. Anyway, so Rachel, we get to Rachel's psychic, preparing for Rachel's psychic party. And Kyle finds out that it is actually a psychic party. Like, she acting like she's not paying attention. But clearly, Rachel literally told you over the phone what type of party she was having. And so Kyle was like, well, I hope she don't be rude. So we flash back to when Camille had her party, and she had her friend / rude ass psychic lady who told Kyle that her and her husband or whatever, whoever she was married to or whatever, they won't make it. Now we're here. But she was rude. Like, if y'all go back to that season with Camille, it was Camille, LVP, what's the doctor who does the surgery, his wife. I really liked her. um, Kyle, Kim, and Dorit. They were the ones on that season. And Camille brought in this lady. She had a dinner party, and she brought in this lady, and it was a hot, tacky mess because you can tell she was clearly drunk. It was a mess. It was a hot mess. So anyway, Sutton tells Erica what Jennifer said, and we get a flashback of Sutton talking to Erica about what Jennifer told, what Jennifer said to Kyle. Now, my whole problem with that is, if you really had a problem upon finding out with Kyle, you should have had a separate conversation with Jennifer, not at the event, but maybe at your home, or call her or whatever. Like, y'all could have had a separate conversation. But because you were messy, you went and told Erica, because again, you want to be accepted so bad that you're willing to talk at your friends crazy, at your friends, and throw them under the bus and not take accountability. And you keep telling us how much you change. I don't see it. And for me, I feel like you've gotten worse. You just like the people that are around you, but I feel like you have always been like that, and you have always been shielded. And as Sandra Gen Extra was saying, shout out to her, Sandra, y'all. Hold on one second. And I'm sorry, I'm back. As Sandra P's Gen Extra would say, and as a matter of fact, y'all go follow her channel, okay? She is actually live right now doing Traders. So I don't review Traders, but she does. So if y'all ever, looking for somebody and does a really good review in Traders, it is Sandra P's Gen Extra. But I'm saying all that to say, she says when she protects people, and she try to hold on to hope, she uses her cloak of immunity. Okay? And I felt like Garcelle was Sutton's cloak of immunity that ran out. So shout out to you, Miss Sandra. Okay. Anyway, I just feel like you carrying the bone to somebody else, but you're mad because Jennifer did it. And again, it didn't come out how Kyle made it. Kyle absolutely lied. And you know what? When they have that conversation, y'all, I'll get there. So the one thing I wrote, and I kept hearing since this episode has been on, the colloquialisms that you people, and I'm going to say that, are using. Okay, I'm not sorry, but it's the urban colloquialisms that y'all constantly been using, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna let it go. So all the ladies arrive over at Rachel's house for the psychic party, and it is very clear that the ladies do not like Amanda, and they will take her down. Okay, this is what we doing. Because the same way y'all treat Rachel, y'all do not treat Amanda like that. Yeah, she's annoying. She is a one-upper. She really is. And I think she is a scammer of all scammers. Okay. I think she's insecure because she's around all of these women who are very wealthy. And I think that her insecurities are so bad that she feels like she have to sound like she's better than the ladies instead of just being her raggedy self. Okay, because I think she's raggedy. All right. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say about her. So Amanda, Dorit tells the ladies that she's getting ready to write a book. She walks up with a baby Birkin that was $11,000. And I'm just like, Dorit, you've been complaining on how you're going to make it. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to do anything for yourself. But what I will say is, while you're spending all of this money on Birkins and all of the things, You couldn't put your money anywhere else. The first thing you did was, oh, look, I have such and such. But y'all are mad at Amanda when y'all have always done the same thing, especially you, Dorit. Oh, I'm wearing such and such and such. You have always done that. So I don't understand. I don't understand. All of y'all have done that. All of y'all have, and even so, in such an obnoxious way, y'all have worn like designers so everybody can see the actual name. So all of the ladies, I guess, they celebrate the read and her having her book wrote. I mean, her getting ready to write a book. And so Amanda was like, well, are you going to have ghostwriters? It sounds like you're going to have a rogue ghostwriter. And of course, Amanda takes this moment to be annoying. Well, I didn't have a ghostwriter, girl. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you. Okay? So Dorit was like, if she can read so well, why can't she read the room? Because for somebody who's a therapist or a former therapist, she has zero. I will say this. I don't think for a second that Amanda awareness doesn't kick in. I absolutely think she's aware. I absolutely think that she does things to get under y'all's skin. Just like this whole her baby dying on this day, her having that conversation. I seen that smirk on her face when she was talking to Dorit. So, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So, Sutton tells Dorit that what Amanda said. Now, because Sutton doesn't like Amanda, you've taken what Amanda said and you mixed it or made it seem like Amanda was being messy. And she was not being messy. And she was asking the right questions. Because every time you see Dorit on screen, she's always talking about PK. There is not a time, we are in episode 6, we have not heard her not talk about PK. That is all she's talked about. And so, yeah, I do feel like the questions that Amanda has asked, I feel like they are valid questions. But because Sutton is such a pick-me, you went and made that look messier than what it was supposed to be. And I'm going to let y'all know how much Kyle kept her mouth closed the entire time. This whole episode, when it was time for her to say anything or stick up for anybody, she said absolutely nothing. So, yeah. Anyway, Sutton to have a sidebar conversation with Jennifer, which I felt like that's what you should have done. And Jennifer tried to explain everything to Sutton, but she also tells Sutton, hey, you was a little rude. Like you was rude, and she was. So then, Jennifer was like, I don't remember, yada yada yada, and I think she was really trying to lessen the argument. I don't think she wanted to get loud or she wanted to infuriate Sutton any more that she felt like she did, because she kept trying to polish everything up and trying to make Sutton feel better. And I'm just like, girl, I wouldn't even be her friend. Okay? You are Jennifer Tilly. Okay? You are Jennifer Tilly. And so Jennifer takes this moment to apologize to Sutton, but Sutton said in her confessional, I did snap at Jennifer, but I know I shouldn't have. But you never apologized and you never acknowledged it. But you was willing to acknowledge how she made you feel. You're acting just like Kyle, but that's all you wanted anyway. When I tell y'all, I cannot. So, I heard Rachel call the ladies, calling them queens again. And again, the colloquialisms are cringy. Okay? Queen, hot girl summer. I heard somebody say bye Felicia on this episode, and it's giving. Can y'all please not? Please. Anyway, so the psychic girl have a conversation with Amanda. So Amanda wanted to feel like, her baby, she can have, I guess, some type of connection to her child that's not alive anymore. And the psychic was like, I can't read anything. And I was like, girl, this lady is full of shit, because she gonna be back on this episode next week talking and laughing and kikiing with the ladies. I was like, girl. Anyway, Kyle asked Sutton about, so okay, all of the ladies were sitting at the table. Jennifer is sitting on this side. Kyle and Sutton are sitting over here. Again, if Jennifer was your friend, why aren't you sitting next to your friend? But again, you want to be, your head is so far up Kyle's behind that, if I was Jennifer, I wouldn't even be a friend of anymore, because Sutton is going to treat you like a lackey. That's all I'm saying. So Kyle asked Sutton, did she have a conversation with Jennifer? Now, clearly, Jennifer can hear it. And so basically, Jennifer kind of took that moment to kind of shut it down. And she was like, it's not, we've already discussed it, yada, yada, yada. And again, she's a person that doesn't like confrontation. So she was just like, yeah, no. So somebody asked what happened. Jennifer was like, nothing. Everything is everything. And we shut that down. So then Dorit takes the ball. Okay, she gets the layup or assist or whatever. Then she confronts Amanda about her comment of Sutton and PK's divorce. And Amanda tells them, my son just died 3 years ago today, and I cannot handle it. And so Kathy asks, after she said what she said, my son Zion died 3 years ago today, Kathy turned to her and asked, is that your dog? And she was like, she said, no, that was my son. And the ladies all in the confessional, they was like, we didn't know. Erica said she knew. We get a flashback of Jennifer telling them, Amanda telling them that her son did pass away. She had a set of twins, but one of the twins passed away. And she said that, and Dorit felt like she should have known the date. Why? Y'all wasn't going to remember. Just like y'all acting like y'all didn't remember that she told y'all this. So for me, y'all can go directly to hell. So Dorit goes in and still trying to talk. So Amanda said, you're not about to get a click and view off of me. So she said, Rachel, you're such a nice host. I'm leaving. And so Amanda decided to leave. Kathy and Kyle goes to stop Amanda, and Kathy asked Dorit to come and apologize. Dorit tried to apologize. Everybody else, again, why is everybody else there? Okay, why are y'all there? Can y'all please go eat y'all food? Because that's why I would have been at the table eating. Okay, even though that food didn't look edible, but I would have been at the table eating. So, I think what aggravated me about Dorit is you told her you wanted to table the conversation and still want to have the conversation. Girl, no ma'am. No ma'am. So, yeah, this is where the episode ended. Dorit can go to hell. Okay. I wasn't mad at Amanda. And I need y'all to stop using these colloquialisms. Okay. Because y'all sound dumb. Okay. And if y'all gonna buy a Sutton book, drop a book down in a comment. And if not, say, girl, hell no, we not gonna buy that raggedy book from that raggedy lady. Okay. Anyway, tonight I will see y'all at 8:00 on my live to talk about the healing. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I've been all over the place today. talking about healing, doing our Healing Out Loud segment, talking about health, emotional, physical, spiritual, and mental health. Okay? So, yeah. Anyway, this is your girl, Kiwan, reminding you to keep showing up, keep growing, stay true to yourself, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.